Did you know most of the candidates do not even bother to read your job description? They just click on apply and hope for the best. You have spent hours on creating job description, and then you are dependent on the ATS and you are creating filtering and you are reading all those PDFs and investing a lot of time on which the candidate have spent only 1 second. So you spend time with team lead and take the requirements, and then maybe by using ChatGPT or maybe took some inspiration from other job personas, you create your own job persona. So it's a one set of process. And then you take help from any job portal, you shortlist the candidate on talent listing page, and then you apply all sorts of filtering to find the best candidate. And also you publish this job on other platforms like LinkedIn or somewhere on WhatsApp group to find more candidates. Okay, and then all those candidates moved into the ATS, and then you apply some more filter because the talent pool is huge. You get a lot of applications, and then you have to spend a lot of time reading those messy PDFs. At Coderfarm, we have killed the loop. I'm going to show you how one job persona can replace your entire hiring workflow. No PDFs, no manual filtering, and no guessing. Just one click.
So once you have done the sign up and onboarding on Coderfarm, this is the page where you are going to land, and this is the Talent Explorer page where we are going to see all the talent list. But first we have to create the job persona. So you go on header and see your company name, you click on it. So this is Brilliance Technology dummy profile to explain you guys. So this is the general profile, and here the company's general information is going to be. On the side navigation you will see role card. So this is job persona, job post, job description. We call it role card. We are going to see all the job posts that we have created in past. On this role card we see one by one, which means we have one job post and that is published. So this one is published and this one is for total. By clicking here you can create new job post, and let's unpublish this for now. Okay, and let's go into the edit mode. So it is going to be same as create job persona. It's the same thing. On the top right corner you will see save, save plus publish and cancel. Save change is self-explanatory. You will save it as a draft. Difference between explore and publish is, in explore you go and hunt the candidate, and in publish the candidate can apply to your job post. On the top, role card completion. So it's 56% complete, and this percentage does matter. The candidate looks out for the most completed job person. This right part is navigation. So first is define the role, second is hard skill where you define all the hard skill, third is behavioral profile, which after AI comes, it is really important now. Logistic and pay, and priority bucket, association, and publish question. Here you will see 26 by 10, which means there are 26 fields which you can fill, and out of 10 we have filled already. Here in hard skill we see 2 by 2, which means we have included only 2 hard skill. It doesn't have total number. You can add as much as hard skill as you want. In behavioral profile we have 15, and in logistic and pay we have 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All these steps are going to take the information and put it in the priority bucket. So it's a sum of all the filters we have done. You will get more detail into it. Just bear with me a little more, because we have been in a habit of creating job persona in just text format. We have tried to make it as profound as possible and easy as possible. So you just have to click on drop downs and select it and move on. So don't get scared. It is going to be very fast. Trust me, after creating 1 or 2 job persona, you can create it in just 2 to 3 minutes. So let's jump into the first tab, which is define. In that we have 5 sub tabs. First is definition, then KRA, then background, growth, and perks. And I'm going to just read out the field for you and explain which is necessary to explain. Otherwise I'll leave out. So in definition, job title is self-explanatory. CF trust score. In a separate video, I'm going to explain you what CF trust score means. In short, it's a CIBIL for banking score. It's the same thing, CF trust score in the hiring system. So based on the candidate's activity, their job profile completion, and their market demand and their ghosting, so we are creating an industry protocol where you talk with other HRs based on this trust score. Like, I want a candidate which has a 500 trust score. Next is a role category, front end, back end, whichever you want. Then experience level, self-explanatory. Employment type, this is new. You have to select whether you want full-time, part-time, or hourly engagement or internship. you are clarifying exactly what kind of candidate you want. Next is language. So you can select language and their level and the gender. KRA, here you explain the core responsibility and success matrix. So candidate knows before joining what the company is expecting them to do and even how they are going to measure and in what timeline. So this is responsibility number 1. Let's say establish foundation, understanding the project front end, blah blah blah. And then success timeline. This specific key result you are going to measure in first 14 days. So candidate is expecting to finish this responsibility in first 14 days. And success definition, like how you are going to measure this. I know most of the company do this after they take the candidate in, and even it helps you to brainstorm why you actually even want the candidate. So this is a great exercise to do before the hiring. So you will have an intention to hire. And then KRA2. So you can add up to 7, and here you can click on AI assistant and the AI will help you to write the KRA. So it is going to just help out, but I will encourage you to write it manually. So next is background. So it's simple. What background you expect from the candidate? How much total years of experience you are expecting? Client interaction. The candidate has done the client interaction in past or the limited interaction, active collaboration, or they are in the leadership role. By hovering over it, you will have a definition on it. Education requirement. You can select the universities which are registered in the Coderfarm, and you can select the degree you prefer, and also you can search it here. CGPA, what CGPA you are expecting. The company information. This is the candidate's past company information, like which company size they were working on, because most startup prefer to hire candidate who experience in the startup. So by this you can find out industry in which they, company type, product based, service based, product to service, or enterprise. Revenue stage information, company function. Company was in ideation stage, because as I am a startup, I would prefer someone who was working in startup which was at the ideation stage. Most of the job portal ignore the institute, but remember, heavy lifting has been done by the institute. Next, growth. Why growth? Because the candidate wants to know what is my growth in the company. You have to tell it if you are actually providing growth. So we just have 3 fields here. New skill they learn, their first year goal, and the next role they can remember, it is really important. Perks. If you have, like on the general tab, you explain the perks and benefit already, but here if you have any perk which is specific to this job role, so you add it here. And I know you get the feeling that it is really profound, and it will help you to filtering out the candidate upfront. You don't have to do interview round, and also the candidate asks what is my role, what I am going to learn here, so it will save lot of time. Next is hard skill. This is very simple, based on the role we have selected here, like the front end. If you go to hard skill, we can either search out, let's say HTML, we can find it, and just by clicking on it, then you have to select the skill level. If you hover over it, you will see the definition, like what expert really means, and then you can check mark on verified skill. What basically verified means is the candidate has done the assessment test with the Coderfarm and have proved the skill. So how many skills we have added, you can see it here. We have done the second stage. Third is behavioral profile. On total we have 15 fields segregated in 4 subtabs. First is personality, second is soft skill, third is approach to work, which is attitude basically, and the last one is business and product thinking. This is most important when you are a startup, because you want the candidate to understand the product and can take decision. So first let's check out personality. Here we have 5 personalities, and each personality have 5 stops. So nothing is right or wrong. The candidate will be on this side or maybe that side. So let's say in agreeableness, we want someone who is very competitive and direct, or maybe we want someone very high empathetic. So it's very simple: agreeableness, consciousness, emotional stability, extroversion, and openness to experience. So this added means this selection has gone to priority bucket, and you can remove it from here. And if we click on verified skill, that means the candidate has done the assessment test with the Coderfarm. Next is soft skill, collaboration and teamwork, and we have a little definition here. And the level: beginner, developing, competent, proficient, expert. Each level has its own definition, so we are on the same page that what beginner means. Second is communication, and third is time and task management. Approach to work means attitude. Here we have learning and problem solving, ownership and initiative, and resilience and adaptability. When we hover over the level, we get the definition, and it follows the same model as soft skill. Last one is business and product thinking. It has 4 categories into it: builder mindset, and it has a definition, and same the level as definition, add, remove, and verified checkmark. Mission and business alignment, product and user empathy, and value driven decision making. As AI comes, lot of things from the junior end has been done by AI, so we need people who has ability to think and take decision. So this is why this category has been taking most importance nowadays. We have done the behavioral profile. Next, let's move to logistic and pay. It is very simple: how much you are willing to pay and their availability. Define availability, location, compensation, and schedule. In availability, when you want the candidate, do you want immediately or do you want it later? If you choose later, then you have to select a date. Next is preferred engagement duration. This is where you clarify that we want someone to have a commitment of this much duration. Either you want someone permanent indefinitely or longer term, 6 months to 1 year, or maybe short term or maybe very short term. So we are trying to clear out the expectation upfront. You can select multiple. I know most companies hide it and the candidate also hide it. It's like we both are lying to each other. We make commitments like I am going to hear for next 5 years. No, just say it out clear. I am going to hear for maybe for 1 year, maybe for 3 months. Transparency improves the relationship. Next is location. What is your work model? Either it's fully remote or hybrid or on-site. So if we select hybrid or on-site, then we have to mention the location. So are you hiring for Indore, India? So in general tab, we have mentioned our headquarter. That's why it is pulling Indore location, because this Brilliance Technologies headquarter is Indore. If I select yes, that means I am hiring for this location, and if I select no, then I can select for which location I am looking for. And the preferred applicant location. You want someone domestic candidate or you want international candidate. So you just select preferred location. So I have selected Delhi and Pune. So these are my included, and I do not want someone from, let's say, Nicobar. And also we can specify the city. So let's say Andaman Nicobar in Port Blair, I am excluding. I do not want candidate from this location. And domestic relocation support. What kind of support you can give to the candidate? So we have this few category here, you can select it. So let's go to international. Everything is pretty much same. So let's select Australia and I include it. Then I have to select the work authority. The candidate must have maybe citizen of Australia or maybe have an existing work permit or maybe required visa. Do you see how profound and meticulously we are trying to explain that we want this kind of candidate? Next is compensation. Here this is very unique. Listen to me carefully. Total compensation value, not compensation, it's the value. So for example, I selected INR per month, let's say 10000. Okay, this is my mean, and I have selected this one, max. Okay, so this is value, this is not actual cash. So then you have to select either you want to pay in cash or maybe cash with equity, and if you select 2, then you have to mention, let's say 20% cash and rest 80% is equity. So this is how I want to pay. Equity details like which kind of equity and vesting period. So yeah, that's it. And even you have option which is very unique, you won't find it in any job portal, about crypto, barter system and volunteering. There are people who want to work for volunteering because they care about your cause. Next is trial period, means you want candidate to work on a trial basis before actual commit. So let's say I click on and I want candidate to work for 1 day for free. You can create multiple trial period and 7 days paid, let's say 5,000 rupees. So I have created 2 trial period off. So yeah, that's it. Next is schedule. What is your timing? So it asks you, are you concerned about the time preference? If no, then talent can work on any schedule. So let's say I care about the time, then I'll select the time zone, let's say IST from 9 a.m. 5 p.m. Okay, and does it have stretch expectations? Do you want candidate to stretch the time? If necessary only. So maybe sometimes 1 hour early, so it's 9 a.m. so it's maybe from 8 a.m. and maybe stretch 2 hours after. So here we are not telling that you have to work for this long hours. We are telling that this could be a window. Sometimes we may work 1 hour before or maybe 2 hours later. Next is working days per week. So let's say my company works 5 days a week. So I've selected 5 days. You can select 6 days, whatever you want. Daily working hours. Here, this is the window, and here we are explaining how many minimum hours or maximum hours we are expecting the candidate to give. And then preferred working days. Maybe as per my knowledge, the Saudi Arab has Friday week off, I guess, in most Muslim countries. So that's why we keep it like this. So yeah, schedule is done. Do you get the feeling that when the candidate apply or get a match score, you get the best candidate. Now next go to priority bucket. So all these filters we have worked upon in all these 4 stages have came here in the form of filters or tags. Here we are saying that we have 2 buckets, must have and good to have. Okay, in must have we have max 7 and in good to have we have rest, which is 41. So here what we are trying is we are explicitly saying that these are non-negotiable and these are good to have. Okay, and you can move it here and there and make your own priorities. No job persona today says that these are my must-have. HRs usually include everything in must-have. Next is association. So it has all the reference, so I'll explain all these reference in separate videos, but let me just give you a quick brief. See in which team the candidate is going to work. You can create team, it will jump. Resignation policy. Most companies do not tell the resignation policy, but you should tell upfront how the resignation policy is going to be. So I have just selected the resignation policy. This is the random I have created. So if you go in separation policy, you create the resignation policy. Termination policy, how you are going to terminate the candidate, in which condition and how and what is going to be a process. So you mention all this here, and this also you create in separation policy and you link it up here. Next is interview process. So in this tab, interview process, you create the interview. Most of the candidate wants to know what your interview process looks like. They want to be in a good interview process. So I have this 6 interview process here. Let's say I have selected this one, junior developer process, and it has 8 rounds and 14 days of. So you can have a quick preview here. So it has shortlist, then we have a gap, then HR screen round, then gap, then technical screening round, then chat with founder, then gap, then considering, then gap. You can create your own. It's just interview process. Next is publish question. Most of the platform, including LinkedIn, they have job and they are easy apply. So candidates are just opening job portals and they are applying as fast as they can. Not just with one hand, they can apply even with 2 hands if it is possible. So we are stopping spamming here. So you publish question, we allowed maximum 3 questions. So you publish it, and these are simple questions like single choice, a short answer, multiple choice. So we are trying to keep it simple, but we want candidate to be intentional because you are being intentional. So before clicking on applying, they have to fill this question. So candidate would read it out and then fill up the question. So you get better quality candidate, not spammed. So yeah, that's it. Congratulations, we have created our first job persona, or we call it role card here, and we can click on save. So this is the job persona. So if you want to view, just click on it and you will see a beautiful role card here which has all the information you mentioned in, and you can share it with the candidate and you can post it on LinkedIn newsfeed, you can post it on LinkedIn jobs, you can embed it on your website, or you can send it over WhatsApp or email. So let's say if I click on copy link, imagine the candidate will look at this kind of job persona. The candidate will value you, respect you, because you have put intent in it, and the candidate will respect it. So yeah, that's it. And when we want to search, so let's go and explore the candidate. So we have publish and explore. If you click on publish, then we have to mention for how long the job will be live. So let's say 14 days. So this is published now and the countdown has been started. So now candidate can apply to your job. Remember, you cannot edit it after publishing the job, and you can duplicate it anytime. You cannot delete. There is one route where you click on explore talent and you go there. There is also one more route which is by clicking here on explore and clicking on talent. I will explain you the difference between both of this. So let's say we click on explore talent, we come here and see the team has been already auto-populated, role card has been auto-populated, and it is 72% completed, and all the filters has been applied here already for you. And if we click on this talent and come here, then we have to just manually choose the team and the role card. So that's the difference. Let's go to hunt the candidate. We can go by 2 routes. We can click on here explore talent, and also we can go from here by clicking on explore then talent. The difference is only one thing. When we click on explore talent by job, then these 2 fields are auto populated. So here we have all the filters. Remember, this 4 stages we have in the job persona creation, and this priority bucket is here. So you can adjust it if you want. So it will update the candidate, and here we have this beautiful candidate card. It is mini resume. So we have this team matching score, and then we have a role matching score. So basically it is working as an intelligent ATS system. So let's go to any profile. This lady has put all the details, and you can just start the conversation or you can shortlist. In next video we will talk about how the shortlisting and ATS system is working. We have very simple ATS because the intelligent part has been done already. So that's it guys, thank you so much for listening to it, and if you have any feedback for us, do let us know, and enjoy the Coderfarm service. Thank you so much.